welcome back to my channel, CEOs. In this video, we are digging into why you are getting ghosted, and not just a little, but like a lot. And you're doing all the right things, right? You're clicking with the couple in the consult, you're sending a proposal after the consult, but then crickets, nothing, nada, and it's so frustrating. If this feels like you're gonna wanna tune in close, because in this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes inside my Wedding Pro CEO Accelerator, where you're gonna get to sit in on a live monthly coaching call where we work through this exact scenario so that you can stop getting ghosted and start getting booked. I feel like we start every mastermind call now like this, where I'm like, are you guys just coming to look at my pretty face? I know you're not. Oh yeah. Sammy, what you got?
I have a question. A couple of calls ago, we were talking about how you don't do proposals and you go straight to the contract after a consult call. So, and Madeline, jump in if you want to add to this. And this was the question that you were asking, because I was curious too, but just want to walk through that process and see right now, like I so heavily lean on our proposals. It scares me to take them away, but like if it works better and gets people to sign these contracts quicker than they are now, like sign me up. I just need to know how to do it.
Okay, so tell me your current process, Sammy, and Madeline can jump in at any time too, but tell me your current process.
Yes. So current process, lead fills out the form on the website. We get an automated response. It goes to them with like just some, straight up general information and the link to my calendar to schedule a call.
Okay.
Then my VA, once she can get to them, sends like more detailed information and follows up on, scheduling a call and has them fill out a like pre-consult form that gives me more information about their budget and all of that. Then I do the consultation call, which love those. Those are great. But from there, I send them proposal or proposals if they're looking at 2 different packages that has like detailed of everything that's included in the packages and the pricing information. Then from there, I just tell them like, when you're ready to see a contract, let me know. And then I'll send that over. And then that's contract and invoice. So that's kind of the process. And right now I'm getting so stuck after I send those proposals, just like crickets. I'm having to follow, like I have 6 out right now that I'm like, hello. It used to not be that way. It like last year, it was like I'd send the proposal and they'd be like, cool, send me the contract. But now it's like crickets. So looking for some advice there.
Slim that process down. Okay. So the first question I'd ask is, so Julie's asking, when is the first time they see pricing? I literally just got done recording an episode on this, like right before I got on this call.
So they see pricing they see a price range in that first automated email that they get right after they submit the form. So they know like, okay, this is way out or it fits. Then specific pricing is on the proposal.
Okay. So that you don't talk about specific pricing during your consult or, and then, okay. And then you had mentioned too, so they get a link to book a consult on your calendar. But then you mentioned, and I could have just heard this wrong, but then your VA sends them an intake form. So like a pre-consult form.
It's on that automated email as well. So basically the automated email is a quick like, hey, if you want to schedule a consultation with me, here's a link to it and please fill out this form beforehand. Then my VA, and it also says on there, you'll also be hearing, from Darian, just for like a personal touch that says, hey, I want to follow up, make sure you got this info and here's like more information type of situation.
Okay. And so that form, what do you use as your scheduling link?
Calendly.
Okay. So, I mean, this is totally off topic, but just, I heard it and I was like, I can't not stop there, but like you can make that those intake questions part of that booking process. Like they can't book the appointment until they answer the questions. And then, and then the answers to those questions will go onto your calendar.
Cool. Okay. Awesome.
So write that down. I would just have your VA. She should probably know how to do it, but it's just a real easy switch so that It's not two steps for the client either. And it's not two places for you to look for information. Okay. So then there's a couple things I would say. One, well, obviously the proposal process isn't necessarily working anymore. I would say, and this is just, thinking about the landscape of what the last 2 years have been like, I would say the reason it was working last year is because I think everything was working last year. Like brides were like, I gotta just book these vendors or I'm not going to get them. So they were just booking faster.
Yeah.
But the idea is to make the process faster for you and them. We do send a proposal for full service. And that's because our full service is customized by client. And obviously based on their budget and the scope of their event, the pricing is different. But for all of our other services, we do go straight to contract, because I guess my question is like, what is in the proposal that they're not already hearing at the consult or that they haven't seen in your packages?
I mean, nothing really. It's really reiterated. I mean, it's just kind of a breakdown of all the services that are included in those packages, but that was on the document that my VA sent. So, and it's not much, it's just pretty, like I just put it in a pretty format.
Yeah. But your packages are probably pretty too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm doubting you're sending like a note file from your phone, right? Like you're sending something pretty. And they've already made it that far. And I think what Madeline was asking yesterday, at least this is kind of how the message got to me from Allie, was that you're kind of wanting to understand that assume the sale part plus this, like stop sending proposals kind of a thing. So what I want you to think about is when you let them leave a consult with, okay, well, I'll follow up with a proposal. And then now you've got work to do. Like you have to go get the proposal done. They can't even make a decision until you send said proposal and you're busy. And then by the time they get a chance to go back and look at the proposal, they're busy doing something else. They're distracted. And so it's not even necessarily that they don't want to book or that it's just slowing the process down. So you've got them there in a consult. The idea is that they're making a decision as part of the consult. And so when you're ending the consult, if you've hit their pain points, if you've posed yourself as the expert, if you've gotten them to know, like, and trust you, the end of the consult should be, I am so excited about your wedding. It is going to be epic. And you've already started assembling like an amazing vendor team. Your venue is incredible. I can't wait to get started. I'll go ahead and send the contract over right away. That way we can lock in your date and we'll get started on planning. Hey there, CEO. If you're loving this video and you want to know more about how you can double and even triple your wedding business revenue, make sure to check out my Wedding Pro CEO Accelerator and jump inside so that we can make 2024 the year you level up your wedding business. And then the cool thing about that is that instead of you having to go create a proposal because it has to be done by you because you're the one that talked to them, your VA should be able to just send a contract and you now move on to the next money-making thing that you need to do for your business.
Gotcha. Will do. Thank you.
Just to jump onto that.
I was just going to say, Madeline, do you have anything before we end that topic?
I have a lot of clients when I get on the call, they're like, on the lead capture form, it's like, are you interested in full planning, like event management? And a lot of people write unsure. And so then I find that when I'm on the consult, they're like, well, maybe partial, but maybe full. Like, could you send me both? So then do I have to send a proposal at that stage to like, or would you say how would I go about doing that? For like an event management, I think this is brilliant. Like I need to start doing this because I'm not.
Yeah. No. So I think it goes back to your consult again, because everything should be said in the consult. What are they looking for and saying like, can you send me both? If you've already talked, like you should be able to tell them the difference between both, right? And you should be able to tell them what service they need. The whole point of the consultation is to lead them to make a decision in that consultation. Plus, they should have seen your packages prior to the consultation as well, right?
Yeah.
So if they say like, can you send me both? And I've had people say that to me before. I'm like, I mean, I can, but like, what are your questions? Because I'd rather just answer your question. Like, what are we trying to compare? Because you've seen our.
Try to do all the work on the consult call when you're with the client and you can sell yourself. And then we're not trying to sell ourselves after the consult call.
Correct.
on the consult. And I think I'm just bad at that, which is why like I wanted to re-listen because what you had said, I wrote down notes, but it was just so good because I tried it on my last one, but then I immediately went back to old Maddie selling because I was like, it's a free call. Like, there's no pressure. Like, I'll send it. Like, and as I was saying, I was like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. But like, it was coming out of my mouth. So I just think it's like, I need to practice that. But you have such a confidence that like, I can sell them on the consult call. So then I can be like, I'm just going to send over the contract. And I think that's where I might be losing people. Cause I'm like, there's no pressure. I'll send the proposal. Like, and I'm just
right. And at 100%, Madeline, I have been there. Like I didn't birth my business and start assuming the sale the next day, right? Like it does take practice. It's not a step in the process. It is a mindset shift. It's like you, out of all the people, just go on the Knot and search your market. Like there are hundreds of people they could have chosen from on social media, on whatever. You have somehow made this very short list of people that they chose to spend their precious time with too. Own that. Like, I know that I have the right service for you. If the consult goes the way it should go, which is like, I'm not even talking about our services 90% of the consult. I'm talking about their wedding. I'm talking about what they do on the weekends, or their dogs, or their family, or their family dynamics, or the aunt that needs to be controlled during the day, right? Like, I already am assuming I'm going to be their planner so that when they say things like, my Aunt Sue is nuts. She's crazy. She will try to direct everything. And I'll be like, we have had many Aunt Sues in our lives. You don't need to worry about Aunt Sue because I will handle Aunt Sue. And so it puts them at ease, like you're kind of already assuming the sale. And at the end, it shouldn't feel like, so I'll send you a contract and you have to sign today, right? Like a used car salesman. It should feel like, of course, we're working together. Duh. We just like planned your whole wedding sitting here. We just like talked about all your pain points sitting here. So it's more a matter of like you being excited and kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet this Aunt Sue. Like her and I are going to become besties. So I'll go ahead and send a contract over today. And then once you get the payment and the contract signed, we lock you in. We'll get started on your planning. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of more just speaking to what you already said, not like, and I'll send a contract over and you must sign it within 32 hours, Right.
Yeah. What you're saying is brilliant.
And you can totally do it. It's just a matter of, you have to be so in it with them. And I think the reason that it's hard to do the end is because the actual consult was very robotic as well. I'm not saying yours are, I don't know. Right. But like, if the whole consult is about, let me sell you, and here's all the reasons I'm different or better, it will feel transactional at the end because you haven't become their best friend, right? Like you've got to become the solution to their entire pain point during the consult so that the only answer is yes. If this video was helpful, make sure to check out the next videos linked in the description below so that you can learn more about how to build a profitable wedding business that you actually love.